guys, welcome back, or welcome if you are new here to my YouTube channel. My name is Karlijn. I like to do knitting and crocheting videos on my channel, and this is a video where I will go over my plans for Q2. Alright, so I've just done a Q1 wrap-up review kind of video with my little stash updates, and I figured it would be nice to sit down and go a little bit more into detail on what I am planning on doing in Q2. So I've got some of the yarns with me that I want to use in Q2, tell you which projects I want to use them for, and just kind of my overall goals and ideas for Q2. Let's start with projects I'm currently working on that I want to finish. Alright, you might get sick and tired of me hearing about this freaking jacket, but this is my scrapbook zipper jacket pattern test. This is a pattern by Fashion by Beth here on YouTube, but also on Instagram. It's a mainly crochet stitch cardigan with knitting ribbon-y details. As you can probably tell, it's designed to knit up or work up all your scraps, which is exactly what I'm doing with this. Now, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I kind of am running out of scraps. So I did go to Merit and ask for some more, which does mean we added some more scraps into stash, but you know, it's a vicious cycle, really. You either have too much or too little. But yeah, I'm working on the sleeves right now. Very excited about this one, and I really want to finish this in Q2, specifically the beginning of Q2, because I'm already quite far into this project. Now there's one other project that I started way back that I want to finish, which is my spinning project. I am spinning some yarn that I want to make a sweater with. However, I don't think I have enough fiber to make a sweater with. So what I kind of want to do is finish the fiber that I have before the middle of May, because the middle of May I'm going to a fiber festival, and the stand where I bought this fiber from will also be there. And so I want to know for sure how much fluff, how much fiber I need to add to be able to make a sweater with the yarn that I made before then. So that's kind of has a soft deadline. I can also order from them online, so it's not, you know, it's not world ending if I don't finish this before then, but I kind of want to, and I don't think I have that much fiber left. Because you're probably wondering, this is what it's gonna end up looking like. Very nice. I already finished 3 full skeins. I haven't figured out how much meterage I have just yet. That's something I need to figure out, but that's also something to figure out when I've finished everything. Again, I want to make a sweater out of this. That being said, the weather is getting nice again, so I don't know if I necessarily feel like making a full-on sweater when I am actually at that point, but that's something to think about. I also don't know yet which sweater I want to make. I've got some time to think about that, but first I just really want to finish spinning all the fiber I have. Then I have one more project that's not knitting or crochet related, and that is a sewing project. I've been wanting to make the lane pants by Sydney Graham for ages, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I have the fabric, and this is something I would really love to finish, or to start on and to finish in Q2. This is the fabric I've got. They're old curtains from IKEA, from their like second chance corner. I love this fabric, it's so good, and I think they would make really fun pants. That's this one. Alright, now I know you're gonna recognize this yarn, but I have some more of it in my stash, and it is the Unicorn Solid yarn in the burgundy color. For transparency's sake, although most of you probably already know, I got this yarn from Hobby in exchange for some Instagram content. I asked for way too many for an actual sweater. I finished the sweater, I made a pair of socks, and I also used it in my scrapbook jacket, but I still have enough to make a camisole, and that's what I want to do. So I would really like to make the mixed rip camisole by Florence Miller with this yarn. Originally I wanted to make it with this Knitting for Olive Cotton Merino in the color Koala, but I just think this is so nice. I would really like a camisole out of this yarn, and I think that specific camisole would look really good in like this color. Depending on what I really like the fit of this garment, right, I might make a second one with this yarn anyway. I have 3 balls of this, so it will become some sort of camisole. Haven't fully decided yet which one. If you have any light fingering weight tank top suggestions, feel free to let me know. For both this one as well as these two, these are also light fingering cakes. I have about 500 meters of this yarn and about 900 of this, though I have to say I think it's a little less than 900. According to my Ravelry I have 900, but I don't think that's correct. This would probably be more to 700. But I also want to make, I think, a t-shirt out of this. Oh, I have to make sure it's actually 900 grams, and then I would like to make a tank top out of this one. Again, I'm not entirely set on patterns yet. For a second I thought maybe just a cumulus tee with this one, or like cumulus blouse, whatever it's called. I don't love that pattern though. I don't love that design, so I'm very open to change my plan on this one, and then I'm happy to hear what you guys think would be a really nice camisole tank top for this one. The problem with these is that it's 100% cotton, so any tank top with a lot of stretch is not gonna happen, and that's kind of why I'm getting stuck, because there's a lot of beautiful light fingering weight tank tops, but most of them are kind of designed with negative ease, and it's just not gonna happen with these. So I'm open for suggestions. Then my beautiful Casa Soul Bamboo L yarn. This is yarn I got on holiday. I've already talked about what I want to do with this, and that is the Electrine Sweater by Colibri by Johanna. I think it's a beautiful, like, lightweight sweater blouse situation. I would omit the body lace probably and just put all the focus on those gorgeous sleeves. I think that's what I want to do with this yarn. I've got 1200 meters of this yarn, so that should be enough. That's the plan for this one. Really excited for that one. I think this is actually one of the projects I will cast on quite soon, probably right after my scrapbook zipper jacket is finished. Although I should really focus on my spinning when that one is finished, so we'll see. And then I have also been wanting to make the Loopy Studio cardigan. I've been wanting to make it. The thing is, it's, I think, an Aran weight pattern worsted. It's a thicker weight pattern, and I don't have that many yarns that fall under that category. Now I know you can use different yarns held together, right? So I've got tons of fluffy mohair scraps that I do really want to use in this pattern. And then I have the leftovers from my Luma sweater, some of this Platelopi Istex yarn, some Drops Air that I thrifted, and this Drops, oh god, what's it called? Drops Alaska? No, Drops, it's a Drops yarn. I'll put it on the screen. It's technically a super bulky weight, but I have frogged this, and so it's definitely thinned out, so I might be able to include this in a cardigan as well. If not, I've been thinking about respinning this yarn, so separating out the plies and respinning the yarn as I would do with fiber. I might have to brush it out, like unply it, brush it out, and then just spin it, but we'll see when we get to that point. I'm obviously first gonna try to knit it up as is. I just don't really knit things this bulky. I do really like the colors, that's why I would be intrigued to maybe try out something else instead of just selling it. But maybe we end up selling it, I don't know. But that's this yarn. I have a lot of this yarn, so if this works with the Loopy Studio cardigan, I think would be golden. We would have enough yarn to make that with. If not, I will have to figure something else out, or just keep holding on to this yarn until I have enough of these to make that scrappy cardigan. Although I'm kind of giving my rule to not buy anything thicker than a DK weight, which I know a lot of people might call me crazy for that, but I just don't wear the items above a DK weight very often, and I want to make things I wear. So I'm kind of putting a soft limit on DK weights. A DK weight and a lace and like a lace weight held together is fine. I think I just want a bit more lightweight stuff because that's just things I wear more. So that is that one. And then last but not least, I have this lace weight cotton yarn, and I kind of want to make like an open, very open gauge sweater situation with this. Think the Sadie Tolber by Woozy by Celine, something like that. So those are my knitting plans. I'm definitely not going to be able to succeed and make all of these in Q2, but those are like the kind of like rough plans I have with the yarns that I have in stash. I do also have one thing I need to make that I need to get yarn for. I am trading with my tattoo artist. I'm gonna knit her something and she's gonna tattoo me in exchange, and she wants like a baby hat, and I figured it would probably be nicer to make it out of acrylic than a wool, considering it's a baby and it's probably nice for it to be machine washable. I don't have acrylic though. It doesn't usually enter my house. I'll make an exception. I'll just have to get some acrylic that would suit this hat. And if I have enough yarn, I will also be making her a matching one, but don't tell her. Don't tell her I said that. Don't ruin the surprise. If I have enough yarn, I'd even make one for a boyfriend. Those are all my plans for Q2. Again, definitely not gonna be able to do all of it, but yeah, some rough plans, and I think it's always nice to have a little look at what you, in my case, have in my closet, things I want to work up, and to see kind of how I want to do that, and planning a little bit around that. And yeah, I think that's all. I hope you guys like this video. It's a little bit different than what I usually do, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment to tell me that you liked it. Which of these projects do you like most? Have you made any of them? And if so, let me know your experience. I am always up for that. Don't forget to leave me recommendations if you have them. And I think that's all. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to. And if you want to see more of me, you can also follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and on Ravelry. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Do something nice for someone if you can, which does also include yourself. And I'll see you in the next one.